Good afternoon, everyone, and hello and welcome to Winning Strategies for Government Contracting. Today, we're going to let me go back and say welcome for anyone who's listening to this. This is a fairly new group. We had it called something else, but we changed it to this. So we're in the process of now getting people into the group so that who are interested in government contracting so they can start learning what they need to do so that by the end of this year or early next year, they'll be ready to go, be government ready. So I had done a speaking event a couple of weeks ago, and it was about government contracting. So what we're going to do on this thing, it was over what, an hour or two uh, session. So for us, this is a lunch and learn, and usually we do a lunch and learn every Wednesday at noon. And what I'm going to do with the lunch and learn, they're only 15 to 20 minutes or 15 to 30 minutes at the most. So what I did was to cut down, edit. Someone had to edit this so that we can only talk for 25 minutes or 30 minutes and talk about three things that we're going to talk to you, I'm going to give you in this particular lunch and learn to get you started, to get you motivated, to get you to start asking questions, to see if this is really going to be what you really want to do. So with that said, let's get started. Okay. All right, so I think you can see me up here. So, like I said, the name of this group is Winning Strategies for Government Contracts. If you know other people who are interested in getting into this group so we can help them, get them started, get them viable, um, they can join. They have to, get into the group to join. The other part is we're not a group where we're just going to send you to different places to get the help. We're going to do as much of the help as we can, as much as possible. So we're more coaching and consulting. So we're going to put together some programs, some training for you if you're interested in being a part of this group. So we can teach you all the steps that you need to know so that you can get into government contract and be government ready so that you can start making 6 and 7 figures just like most businesses do once they get into government contracting. It's a complex field, but if you're able to get through, I have gotten through, several other people that we've worked with have gotten through. You can get through. You just have to be committed, do the work, and stay focused. So today's we're going to talk about how to become a viable contractor, 3 things you need to do to start building your steady revenue to grow your business. How to become a viable contractor. And in order for you to become a viable contractor, you need to know what the steps are, what your infrastructure has to be government ready. The worst thing you can do is to be ready to do government contracts and you're not set up for it. That's the worst thing you can do. And it'll take you out of lots of possible opportunities if you're not government ready. So my job here, along with my team, is to get you government ready, get you going, so you can be a viable contractor. So this is my background. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. So I'm a minority business enterprise, small disadvantaged business, a business strategic coach, ebook publisher, a speaker. I do training, workshops, webinars. Been nominated for Woman Business of the Year from I'm in the state of Maryland. Been in 2 magazines. So I think I've done quite well for myself to be out there giving you the experience and the knowledge and expertise to help you get into government contracting. What we're going to cover today is DUNS number, max code or next code, whichever one you want to call it, capability statements, and maybe a few little other things we might want to talk about. So if you are not familiar with those terms, then I'm going to get you familiar with it today. But also do your homework and find out more about the DUNS number, the next code, and the capability statement. That's what you have to do. So let's start with the DUNS number. The DUNS number is simply a business identification number to do business with the government. And you get that DUNS number from Dun and Bradstreet. Yeah, Dun and Bradstreet. And it's free. You don't have to pay anybody to do that. Get it yourself, because you'll have to fill out an application and give them correct information so that you can get your DUNS number. You have to have it. Now, back in the day, you said in order for you to get into the government system, you have to have a DUNS number to get in. Well, they've made changes to the government system, which is called the SAM system, which we'll talk about at another time. And in the SAM system, you don't have to have a DUNS number to get in. You still have to have a DUNS number, but you do not have to have a DUNS number to get in. So I want to make sure you understand that. But that's part of your infrastructure. And that's part of what we in training courses will help you get done. But if you want to do it on your own, do it on your own. You don't have to pay anybody. But if you need us to work with you on building your infrastructure, we can help you do that too. So let's take a look at a DUNS number for government contracting. You would go to the Dun and Bradstreet and get that number. So it's usually 9 digits, and it's assigned to you, and it's a way for them to determine that you're a commercial business, ready to do business, and they can check your credit. Basically, that's what it does, checking your credit so that you will know if from time to time if somebody is running a credit check on you. Having a DUNS number makes that possible. Any questions? All right, let me move on. Well, let me say this. I know I'm still staying here. You will also get a cage code once you apply for a DUNS number, but you'll get a cage code once the government system knows that you've completely filled out their application. Then they will assign you to a cage code. So I wouldn't worry about that right now. It's something else you need to know. Next code, very, very, very important. You need to have a next code. I call it next code, whatever you want to call it. This is what the government uses to categorize your products and services. So if you are an engineering business, you need to have a next code because that's how the government operates. Next code. If you don't have a next code, they can't determine what kind of business you do. So you need to have a next code. So let's take a look at next code. Classify your product or service. Here is as a publishing company. So the next codes are usually 6 figures, and you want that to be all out so you can break it down to the nitty gritty. So like, for example, the main sector is information. Subsector, publishing industries. That's 3 digits. 4 digits, industry group. Newspapers, books, directory publishers. That's telling them a little bit more about your business. Industry, other publishers, and for the United States is greeting card publishers. So the next code classifies your product or service of what you are able to do, or rather what's your niche is, so that you can be a viable contractor for the government. So I'm going to give you another example. Let's take a look at mine. Here are my next codes. I have been doing staffing and consulting in the past. So my next codes are 561320. So that's contract staffing, help supply services, labor, manpower, office help, supply pools, outplacement services, outplacement consulting services. It's the same number, but there are other numbers under the 5600 code. But for me, based on the solicitation of the proposal, of the solicitation of what the government is looking for, I can use any of these codes to work with the government to get the type of business or serve the government I need to move on. So they just want temporary employment. 561320 is my next code. That's my niche for this particular solicitation that the government is looking for. Now, the word solicitation, you may not know, but solicitation means that the government has put out something that they need you to do. and it's called a solicitation. We can go look over that as another point. But that means that they'll say in their solicitation, I need temporary employment services. So I will still use my 561320 NACS code to do the proposal to submit so that I can win those that particular government contract. And the third thing I want to give to you is the capability statement. And what is that? That's like a written resume that tells the government or corporate what your products or services are, what you're capable of doing, what's your experience, who's in charge, and how are you different from other businesses. Keep it about 250 words. And you want to, like I said, talk about your past performance. You want to give your website URL, the email, and who is in charge of the business. If it's 2 or 3 of you, list those on there as well. So this is a sample of a capability statement. They all look different. They all can be 1, 2 pages. I would recommend one so it can be easily read and they can just stick it here and pull it out when they need it. So that's what the capability statement is. So today we learned about the DUNS number, and we learned about the next code, and we learned about the capability statement. Those are the 3 things that I want you to have today to make you a viable business. That's not all of it, but that's to get you started. So here's an option A that you can do. It's called do it yourself option. And a lot of people will do it themselves. And sometimes they come back because they realize there's more to it than what they thought it was going to be, or they're struggling with it, or they're stuck. So if you're going to do it yourself, you'll probably say, well, who will help me since I'm going to do it myself? How do you do it? What do you do? How do you interact with people so that they can help you get this done? Who do you ask for help? What will it cost? How much will you make? So all of those questions come up when you do it yourself. And there's nothing wrong with doing it yourself. If you have the skills, the expertise, the time, if you know other people who can help you, then do it yourself. But in the meantime, there are some books out here like Insider's Guide to Winning Government Contracts, Game Changers for Government Contractors, Insider's Top Experts, LeJohn, Michael, and Frank. So there's plenty of books out there that you can get off Amazon that will help you understand what government contracting is. But we are coaching and consulting. In our program, we'll teach you the same thing that maybe most of those books will teach you. And hopefully you'll let us help you in other words, it's like putting you on the fast track instead of having to read everything. And that's the whole point. We have experienced people behind us, meaning, and not my team, that will help you to be able to get to where you need to be. Now, we can't guarantee how much money you'll make or that you'll have the type of success that you want. But what we can guarantee is that you will be government ready. And the rest is up to you. And the rest is up to you, meaning you have to stay committed, you have to continue to bid, you have to continue to let's say, keep everything in order, keep everything in place, keep everything up to date in order to get there. And so I'm not going to leave you hanging, but I will be honest with you. It does take a little time. Sometimes people get it right away because they've written a great proposal or they priced it just right. But the thing is, our job here is to make sure you're government ready, you are a viable contractor, so that you can be along your way in getting the type of business that you want and start billing at 6 or 7 figures. But let me just give you a little background, because when I started out and started doing government contracting, I had maybe like $200 in my bank account. For sure, for real, it's real. And I finally won a contract. I went from a $200 bank account to a 5-figure to a 6-figure. And that was many, many years ago. But it changed my life. It changed my business. And I was excited because I said, I was so excited. I was like, wow, I can actually do this and keep it going because that means will have past performance and I can bid on other contracts that will also give me past performance to continue to win more contracts, build up my business, scale it, and just keep it moving. And that's what I've done. That's what I've done. And I think for me, it's time to give back to you the things that I've learned, big mistakes, but I want to take a lot of the mistakes out, get you on the right track, government ready. You can be one of those contractors to grow your business, get to your 6 or 7 figures. You may start out with 5, but that's better than $200 in the bank account, and go forward with that. Okay, so that's option A. You can do it yourself and read some books and so forth. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, what do I do? How can I get some help? Will somebody be able to help me because I'm just getting started or I'm stuck? So what will help? So what will you need to get your government contracting business off the ground? What we want you to do is ditch the overwhelm, schedule a free assessment call so that we can help you stop the confusion that you may have. Where are you stuck at? How will you get out of being stuck? We want to help you. And we can only help you if you come to us. Here's option B. Schedule your free assessment call. Why would you want to schedule a free assessment call? So please only schedule the call if you meet the criteria below. And that is, if you have a service that solves and impacts people's lives, you have great integrity, you know there are people out there who can use your services, you are committed to doing what you are an expert in, you know you solve the client's pain if you had a step-by-step system. What does all of that mean? You are an engineering company and the government needs your services. They may need you to work on a huge project at Martin Marietta. They may want you to work on a huge project at IBM. But in order for that to happen, you have to be, whatever I said, government ready. So we can talk about it all day, about what you need to do and how we can help you. But right now, if you want to schedule your free assessment call, you can do that. We can't talk to everybody. If you're not ready, you're just not ready. We talk to you and you say, oh, you know what, I'm not. If you're not ready, don't do the call. So only schedule if you truly want help. There is no money involved. Put away your credit cards, none taken here. This is just to see where we can help you and put forth some helpful strategies that you could put in place immediately. So that's what the assessment call is about. Give us a call, ask us some questions. We're going to ask you some questions. We want to know where you are, and maybe tell you things that you might not want to hear. Okay? So during the assessment call, we will be able to determine where you are in your business, even if you are new to this. We will express to you to stop doing things that are not working. A lot of people do stuff and they wonder why they're not getting anywhere, or they wonder why things aren't working. We will suggest money-making activities that you need to be focusing on in your business. That's why you want to do schedule an assessment call. Okay? So schedule your assessment call. So what I'm going to do is put this link down in the chat box, and you can click on that link and schedule a call with us. This is specifically for you trying to talk to us so we can help you if you're stuck, if you're ready, if you want to start doing the things to help you move forward in government contracting. Schedule your free assessment call. So I want to thank you. I want you to learn how to build your business and become a solution provider for the government. You can always email us or messenger us. Now, we also going to need your email and your cell phone number because when we have things that come up that other people don't want to be involved in the group with, we can talk to you specifically. So before I leave, I want you to schedule your free assessment call. If you want to schedule your free call, put it in the chat. Someone will get back to you. If you don't want to do the link, just say schedule assessment call. But I'm gonna put the link in the chat box. You can schedule your own appointment, and somebody will get back with you immediately. What's the day that you pick for your assessment call? So, anything further than that, we will continue to talk about. So let me just go back over. We learned what? NAT codes. We learned what? DUNS number, and we learned what? Capability statement. So you may be able to do a lot of that on your own, but we're here to help you if you need to get that done. We are here to help you. That's the whole point. Getting you government ready. All right. So this is our lunch and learn for today. This is pre-recorded. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat box. We'll get back with you or either messenger and schedule your free assessment call. That's the best thing that you could do. So you can start getting ready, hopefully get you motivated, and hopefully you'll want to become a client of ours so we can work with you. All right. So until next time, take care and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.